All right, hello. So today, you guys, I'm going to walk you through how to make a Google form out of your Google Drive. So this is really helpful when you've got kids that are synchronous and kids in person, because I like to give an in-person test. And I like to do that on paper, and they don't all have Chromebooks. So the first thing you're going to need to do is create your test and remove any directions. So this is what my test looks like for the kids that are going to be in person. And then I went ahead and I make a copy right here, and then you're going to have copy of ancient Greece test. So what I did was I just deleted all the directions, and now I'm going to have to go through here and just separate all of these out. So you just want to make sure that you've got separation between each one of the questions and multiple choice options. Okay, so I'm just clicking enter to get what I need. Enter, I guess. Okay, then you're going to go over here. You're going to type in form builder. Google Marketplace. Yeah, so workspace.google, there it is. It pops up, it looks like this. It'll say install, so you just click install. Sometimes your admins will not have it available, so you just have to ask them for it and they'll let you install it. Then you go over here to your apps icon and click on forms. Okay, so now you're going to basically just create what you want to do. I'm going to do an assessment. Nice and easy. And up here, you see the puzzle piece, add-ons. I'm going to go to form builder. Start. It's going to pop up over here. Import a Google Doc. You're going to want to do your copy, not your original, your copy. When the part where you've already deleted all the directions and put the spacing in. So we're going to go here. Okay, so that happens every once in a while. Let's see if we get rid of the numbers. If it lets me do it. Every once in a while it bugs like that and it drives me crazy. Okay. So worst case scenario, that just shows you how to fix it. You just erase the numbers and then there you go. You've got all your multiple choices. Import selected, that's important. Import selected. It'll take a second to load because it is a lot of data for it to just try to understand. And the other thing that you can do is do advanced choices and do like multiple choice, that sort of thing. Now you are input. So super awesome, super easy to do once you've already created. And then, so I had some questions, you'll see it over here, where I wanted them to fill in the philosophers. So which philosopher was it? One thing that I can do is go to add. Where was the new guy? There he is. We're going to pull him down to where we want it. And we'll get rid of all those extra questions in just a second. But I like to make sections. I feel like it really helps them. Okay, so it's not a question. Shoot, it's not a question, so we're going to delete it. I don't know what that's doing. Let's go up here and make it a little bit cleaner. Quiz questions, I'm going to leave that section. I just find it helpful to leave it. I don't need this title, so I'm going to delete that. That's an old guy, so we're going to delete that. Now, You won't get those options if you're doing an untitled form, but I like the assessment because I like that there's a picture up here. I like that it says assessment. I just think that it's more user-friendly. What you can do after this is you can type in the correct answer, so your answer key. What's the question? A story that includes death of the main characters, popular in Greek theater. Tragedy. I can assign a point value to it, and you'll see that then the point value shows up over here. So then I'm going to click done and click required, because that way if they've skipped the question, then they have to go back at the end. And I'm not going to bore you with my answer key. I check and see why it did this. We don't know. Okay, all good. So now question 1, or another question, we're going to delete that because that's my extra thing that I put in there. So we're going to add a title. Now we're going to do philosophers, because that's what the section is. So your answers, I'm going to get the directions right here, will be either Socrates, Plato, or Aristotle. Spelling counts. Okay, so then when you go here, you can do an answer key still for those short answers, and you just type in the answer. So the teacher of all others was Socrates. And these I'm going to make 2 points because I think that they're very important. Again, not going to bore you with it. You may want to type it in a couple of different ways just to make sure that you've got all of it done. And then they won't get it wrong if they don't capitalize something. Yeah, so that's how you're going to do those multiple choice. The other thing that you can do with this that's really cool is you can add a section. So then they have to click onto the next page. So you may want to say, see me when you're done with this section so that I can look over it, or show me what you've done so far, or you should be done with this section at this time to help them work on their time management skills. What's really great is that it still gives you your total points. And then because up here, you ask your name and their email, you'll have that. So you'll be able to, once you get responses, go in and create a spreadsheet for their scores and for their answers so that you can tell exactly what kids got what wrong. You can go up here and personalize. So I like everything to be green because our school colors are green and yellow. I like it to be the brightest it can be. Style, you can change the font. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Fix that. Playful because they're in 8th grade and it should be fun. You can do an image upload. So I'm gonna upload. I do like to put little funny memes in there. So I just search ancient Greece meme images, try to find one that'll fit AR curriculum, and that sort of thing. When you live in ancient Greece and literally see it. Yes, that's funny. And my kids are gonna love that. So I'm gonna put Obi-Wan. All right, so then I can just drag from this corner up here. It's not, is it gonna let me make that bigger? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, that happens. So we're gonna just find a different one. Okay, well, we're gonna see if we can find a good one. But now you know how to do it. Since my one didn't work, you just browse and put it there. Make sure that when you do this, you go to settings, collect email addresses. That is so important because then you'll be able to grade it easier. And then I always do response receipts. You can do if they request it. I do always because I always want them to go back and check their work. It requires you to sign in. They can only respond one time, so they cannot take it twice. I do not want them this time to be able to edit afterwards. And then I'm going to leave the chart by itself, presentation, show progress bar. I like to shuffle the question order when it's all multiple choice, but not when there's those fill in the blanks because I think it just messes with it. Locked mode for Chromebooks, so they aren't allowed to open other tabs if they're using all school Chromebooks. If you're not using a school Chromebook, they can't do that. And I have kids that have non-registered computers that they prefer to use, so I'm not going to use that. You can release grade either immediately or after the submission. I'm going to do later after I manually review it, because you will get those kids that flip out that they got a 0 on the essay portion and you haven't graded it yet. I don't want them to be able to see, well, I want them to see missed questions, but not correct answers, because I want them to go back and correct this quiz. So then I'm going to save all this, and then it keeps all of my information. All right. So thank you guys for logging in. Hope that that was helpful.